Hello everybody, this is Tucker Miller here again, and tonight, like I said, for my next movie review, I'm gonna be reviewing on Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. Came out in 2017. So the plot of this movie is we got these two boys named George and Harold. They like to pull points at school and all that, and then their school has like this really mean principal named Principal Cuff who does not like to have fun and everything. And he wants to make a rearrangement to separate the two and like annihilate their friendship and all that. Annihilate George and Harold's friendship. And so George and Harold decided to like hypnotize their principal, and what he became? Cha-la-la! Captain Underpants. That's right. They transform him into Captain Underpants and all that, but however, when he gets like soaked, if Captain Underpants gets like surrounded by water, he turns back to normal, but whenever George or Harold snap their fingers, he turns back into Captain Underpants. So, yeah. And that's pretty much what the plot is. So, what can I say about Captain Underpants? I think this is a pretty underrated DreamWorks movie. I think this is actually pretty underrated. I mean, of course it's aimed towards kids, but I found it pretty underrated. It is definitely miles better than stuff like Trolls and Boss Baby. That's for sure. But yeah, I think Captain Underpants is actually a pretty excellent. I mean, well, I wouldn't say excellent. It's pretty underrated. But I know it's sure it's definitely aimed towards kids, but I think it's kind of underrated. It is definitely better than, like I said, it's definitely better than the previous two DreamWorks movies at that time, which that would be Trolls and, of course, Boss Baby, which I do not like any of those films. But Captain Underpants, I'll say, not somewhere on my top 10 or 20, but it is pretty underrated. But definitely not high on my list. So, yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed Captain Underpants from what it is. I actually did saw this film in theaters. That's right, this is another DreamWorks film I saw in theaters. I saw it with my brother and my mom. And yeah. Yeah, Captain Underpants, pretty underrated movie. Probably not one of DreamWorks' best films. It is definitely aimed towards kids, but it is not bad after all. It is definitely miles better than Boss Baby and Trolls. So yeah. Yeah, now let's talk about the characters. George, he's a great character too, and Harold, he's also a great character. And I think it's Kevin Hart who did Harold. I think. Yeah, I think it's Harold, who was voiced by Kevin Hart. Yeah, I definitely have to say Kevin Hart did a great job voicing him. So yeah. If I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Harold is voiced by Kevin Hart. So yeah, and I forgot the actor who voiced George. So yeah. And Captain Underpants, aka Principal Cuff, he's definitely a great character. Principal Cuff? Yeah, Principal Cuff. He's definitely a hilarious character. Sure, may not be as funny as any other DreamWorks character like Donkey from Shrek or of course Shrek and some other hilarious DreamWorks characters I could think of. Like Donkey, King Julian from Madagascar, and Handy from Over the Hedge, and etc. Well, but I think Captain Underpants is a pretty funny character, but definitely not as funny as any other character. But yeah. Yeah, and the villain, he's alright. I forgot what the villain's name was. But if you guys know guys know who the villain of the movie is, please let me know in the comments below, because I totally forgot the name of the villain. And yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of the jokes weren't funny for, like, if you're a little kid, you may find some of these, like, fart jokes funny, but of course, if you're an adult, you may not like these jokes, like, you may not laugh at them. I mean, I'm an adult myself. Of course, I'm 20, I'll be 21 next October 2025, but, you know. No, but, yeah, but other than that, Captain Underpants is a pretty underrated movie. It is not bad. It is kind of enjoyable from what it is. Pretty underrated. I mean, the animation's good, and the soundtrack is actually pretty good. And the song from the end credits, I forgot the name of the song, but yeah, that was kind of a catchy song. But I forgot the name of it. If you guys know the name of that song from the end credits, please let me know in the comments below. So, yeah. So, that's all I can say about... And honestly, that's all I can say about Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. So, anyways, I'm going to give Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, a 7 out of 10. This film does have a few flaws, like, it is definitely aimed towards kids. Some of the jokes may not be funny to me, but, or any other adult. But, yeah, it is what it is. After all, it's definitely aimed towards kids. And this movie is based on the, the chapter book series. Series or something like that. Yeah, this movie is based on, on a chapter book. Children's chapter book, and yeah. I read pieces of the book, and it's kind of not bad, but yeah. I'll have to say the movie was better. The movie was a lot better. I haven't read, much of the books or something like that, and yeah. I'll have to say the movie was better, but definitely not in my top 10 or 20 of all of the DreamWorks movie ranking, but, But it's definitely not bad. It's not ranked very well on my list. I'll probably rank it somewhere around 30-ish something. 30-ish something, I'm not sure, but, Pretty underrated film, in my opinion. But sure, definitely aimed towards kids. But anyways, that's all I can say about Captain Underpants. So anyways, that is it for my movie review on Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. And stay tuned for my next movie review, which will be on How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. But until then, see you in the next video. Bye.